Hello, Michael Gaffney coming on set to show you another video. My story is many years ago I used to work on Wall Street in New York City and I was not very happy. So I took some time off. I went home to Milwaukee where I'm from and I took a job driving a truck for a flower shop for 2 weeks. At the end of 2 weeks I said, you know, I'm leaving tomorrow. This is only temporary. I've got a real life in New York at Fairchild, Batsits, and Smith. Look them up. Commodities company. And they said, okay. And then they said, well, help us. And I said, do what? Flowers in your last hour. Because I was the delivery guy. And I said, no, I don't do flowers. And they said, you do now. And I said, what do you want me to do? And they said, stick a rose in the center of each one of these. And I said, why? Because I was Wall Street and I had to know why. And they said, it's called the focal point. So I stuck around. I stuck around for the day. I came back the next day out of curiosity. I stayed 3, 4, 5. I stayed 6 years at that flower shop. And I went back to my job at Fairchild, Batsits, and Smith on Wall Street. So I learned from the greatest, the worst, the best, the smartest. I worked for many years learning the craft. I developed on my own what I call the Da Vinci Code. I learned from master floral designers. And then I spent time on my own learning the Da Vinci Code of flower designing. And what I found out is everything's based on math, science, and architecture. So, I have design schools around the country. I have 3 in Europe. I have 3 books out. Here's my latest one on Paris. And we have classes. We have online classes. We have offline classes. We have studio classes. Whatever you want to, however you want to learn. So, you have options. Online, offline, or come see me, or I'll come to you. I'll come to your house. So, Flower School 101 is where you'll find out all the information. And you can enroll online, or as again, studio classes with me, or you can take my ultimate online class. You can order a single class. It's up to you. So, but if you don't want to do anything, if you think, I just want to sit on the couch and have beautiful flowers around my house, then you're going to do this. It's called Flower Crazy. I invented it in this kitchen where I am today. And I made it out of clay. I baked it in the oven behind me, and I wrapped it in towels. I knew nothing about a product. I took it to New York, and I found a guy who said, yeah, I can manufacture that for you. I didn't know that it was $6,000 to design the box, which I pretty much set the design myself. I didn't even know what tool and die meant. That was $50,000. And on it goes. And then I took it to QVC and I said, here. And they said, you know, we dislike most products. I said, that's fine. They said, what do you do? And I said, stick it in the hole. And they said, excuse me? And I said, stick it in the hole. You cut all your flowers one length and you stick it in the hole. And you make perfect flower arrangements. So I was on QVC several times with this product. And sold thousands of dollars in 6 minutes. That's what you get. I also had wreaths that I sold on QVC that I discovered in San Francisco. So it's called Flower Crazy. If you don't want to learn a thing, you just want to stick flowers in the hole and have a perfect flower arrangement, then Flower Crazy. It's also good for like DIY weddings or events. I'm going to be lecturing coming up in Louisville and Kentucky on June 11th and 12th for some garden clubs. Come watch me at the show. I'll have more information on that coming up in another video, but I'll be lecturing doing all the secrets and tips from my classes, as well as Flower Crazy. I'll be giving a bunch of these away, throw them out in the audience. So, my name is Michael Gaffney. Again, design schools all over the country. Coming up, I found some loose flowers laying in a bucket that I had left over from some videos, and I'm going to create a beautiful design using just the Flower Crazy. So stay tuned for that. If you have any questions on flowers, like why do flowers last 3 to 4 weeks in my house instead of 5 days? The average American's flowers last 5 days. Just watch these videos or send me an email. People are surprised when I answer the phone, when they call. Ain't no mountain high enough. If you want bulk flowers for your wedding, I can get them from the finest farms in California and FedEx them to you. So however you want to do it, just contact me. I've got classes, again, online studio, single classes, and flowers, the most premium quality flowers in the world. I spent almost 30 years doing this. I know who they are. I know who's got the best stuff and who's going to sell to me for low prices because I've been buying flowers for them for all these years. And they owe me a favor. So, michaelsflowergarden.com, check that out. That's my direct farm flowers to you from California farms. Chop, FedEx, box, overnight to you. That's the only way to keep your flowers going for weeks. You need FedEx overnight. You cannot have them coming from other countries for 4 or 5 days in your box. You know you've gotten them from other companies and they open up, they look fine, and they're dead in 3 days. Why? Because they spent too long in that box. Very interesting. The flowers will look good when you open it, and then they die very quickly once they hit the open air. So go to michaelsflowergarden.com and check that out. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm coming back with a flower crazy design. I'm going to show you how this baby works. I made one the other day and I thought, gee, this thing works really well. QVC loved it. And so do people who buy it. Make beautiful flowers every time. Stay tuned. Keep blooming. I'll be right back for more flower designing.